It feels really good. Kind of got that mojo back, and once you start winning, football becomes fun again.
So you guys are having more fun at this point?
Yeah, you can see the atmosphere, and you can see the players. They're having fun, they're enjoying it. It just feels good to win.
What do you feel like's really been just the biggest improvement over the last 3 weeks that's allowed you guys to, break up that losing streak and get going in the right direction?
I think really just getting everybody involved. The running backs, as a group, they're really starting to take over. Our line is really stepped up, and then the receivers making plays like when they have to, and just opening up everything, keeping the defense on their toes. So it just all plays a role into like everybody, and I think that's why everybody's starting to enjoy it more.
What did it take to sort of get it turned around and going in that direction, like you said?
It's just, I think there just comes a point where you just can't take it anymore, and I think everybody has bought into what the coaches were saying, and good stuff's rolling, and I think it's just buying into it. We're all sick of losing. No one wants to lose anymore, and you just got to say enough is enough.
What about FIU? Their coach is stepping down, their athletic director is stepping down. They're kind of up here. You kind of figure these guys are just a dangerous team. You really don't have anything to lose at this point.
Yeah, I've definitely been in high school and had the same stuff, and once you have nothing to lose, you become a dog. That brings that mentality out. So you got to respect them still, and they're still a good team. They have dudes. Their secondary is like really fast, and you can't just look at their record and think this is going to be a walk in the park. They're still a D1 football team. They're still good, and you just got to respect them.
How have you guys been able to get the running game going these last couple of weeks?
I think it started off with just the game plan. You gotta make adjustments on the go, but really the O-line, there's some dogs right there, and then just trusting what the running back coach Cobb's what he says, just the fundamentals. That'll get it going. Just do his little fundamental parts, and then you just do it yourself after that. Just doing the main stuff.
One of those guys that's up front there that's been pretty impressive, especially because he's playing as a freshman, is Gabe Blair. What have you seen from that guy?
Man, that dude is an animal. He is so strong. It is crazy. Like, I watch him in practice when we're watching film, and he just looks like an animal, and he's just throwing dudes, and he's big, and I'm like, man, this dude's really a freshman? Like, golly, it's crazy. So I'm really excited to, see what he's going to bring to the future, and I'm glad to be running behind him.
Yeah, because it can't be easy to play as a freshman on an offensive line like that.
Man, yeah, no, definitely not. It's the trenches for a reason, and it's a different mentality in there. And to come in as a freshman like that, he's a dude. He's good.
What's he like personally? He seems like kind of a quiet.
Yeah, he was actually my roommate when we traveled at the beginning of the season, and he didn't say a word to me. He's very quiet, but he definitely speaks on the field. But yeah, he's just a quiet dude. But if you try to talk to him, he'll talk back, and he's really interesting.
What makes him interesting?
Because he didn't really talk to me. I think he's a little bit of a shy guy. But the older linemen like Brammer and all of them, they'll talk to him, and he'll joke back with them, and they'll just play around. I can hear that, and I'm like, okay, this dude, he can talk, so it's pretty cool.
I was going to ask you about Deandre too. He's coming towards the end of his career, kind of an epic career. He's, cracked the 3,000-yard mark. He's going to go down as one of the greats in program history. You got a chance to play with him, kind of be with him these last, few months or whatever. What's it been like to play with him? Has he imparted some of his knowledge to you guys?
Oh, definitely. That's big brother right there. He really took me under his wing, and I'll ask questions. He'll always give me an answer. He'll tell me what to do if I'm slacking. He'll pick me up. He's really a great dude. I'm glad to have him. He like I said, he's like one of my best friends. So I'm glad to have him in front of me as I can watch him and really just take notes from him and become better.
Does he kind of have that effect on the whole running back room?
Yeah.
Kind of the big brother for him?
Yeah, he's definitely the big bro of the running back room, and how we're all so close and like we're all best friends. So I think that gives him a little bit more of a way to talk to us, and and we'll listen, and he can really get on us sometimes, but we know that it's all just to make us better, and hopefully we can make him happy once he's gone.
Does he kind of set the example for the rest of you guys?
Yes, definitely. I remember coming in as a freshman, and Coach Cobb's telling me just to watch him, take notes on him, because he does everything right in football, outside of football, in the weight room. He's just that guy, and you want to be like him.
Well, he's kind of carried the load for you guys to a certain extent. Has he really come through for you guys when you needed him with the string injuries this year?
Yeah, definitely. He's a reliable dude. He's always there. Like once me or Kaika or Io, once we go down, he's still there. He's always going to be there. It's just that's just how you want to be.
One other guy I wanted to ask you about is the Trevion Brown. Obviously, he had a huge catch last week. Even the week before, he had a pretty big game. Just what have you seen out of him the last few weeks, really coming into a big role for you guys as a young player?
Man, he's really good. I always knew he was good. We go and play catch or something. I'm like, this dude's really nice. He's a good guy. I'm glad he's starting to get some light on him, and he's starting to make some plays and get some more playing time. But I expect it. I think he's a great dude, and I think that it's perfect for him.
What makes you say that he's a great dude? Just being around him and that kind of thing?
Yeah. So he actually, we're all like pretty close. Him and Trevion's in our little squad right there. So just talking to him, joking around with him, and his Louisiana accent. So we all just mess with him, and he's just a good dude, goofy dude. He's just a great athlete and just a fun person to be around.
What is it about him as a receiver that you feel like really separates him, makes him kind of a special type of player?
I think his height and his athletic ability really play like a big role. I really like that about him, and he has speed for his size too. And I wish I had somebody like that, in high school. I bet it was nice. But he was good. He's good. I like his size. He's fast, and he's athletic. So.
One guy you go against in practice quite a bit, I'm sure, is Tyree Davis. He's kind of coming into his career, at for quite a while. What's he meant to this team?
Definitely like the heart and soul of the team. I would say he talks to everybody. He talks a lot, probably too much, but I don't know. He's that great character just to have. He kind of just brings the energy like every practice, every day, and it just gets everybody happy and excited. So he's real fun to be around.
Is that what makes him the heart and soul of the team? Just like the energy first?
Yeah, like he's like friends with everybody, and he's just like he'll talk to you, and he'll joke around with you, even when you're having the bad days. He'll still be right there, and he's just a character. He's a really good team and a great leader. He made me compete. I wanted to get after him sometimes. I know he wants to get after me, but just a great dude. I really like him.
It's been pretty good, just everyone having that confidence and just being able just to do this. It all starts in practice, and everybody just believing. We started off rough, and just being able to have this little win streak, and we were hoping to keep it going, and hopefully be able to get to a ball game. So it's been pretty good.
Defense has really turned around as of late. Just what do you attribute that to?
Just starting off in practice. We've turned up our intensity in practice. We've practiced harder. It's just meaning a lot more to us than it was earlier in the season. And everyone's just believing, doing their jobs, and being in the right places and doing what they have to do.
It seems like, especially a few weeks ago, penalties had been a pretty big issue for you guys.
Yep.
This past week, season low 2 penalties for the team. Just what do you attribute sort of cutting that down to?
Just being disciplined. We've had a talk defensively that's probably the biggest thing that was holding us back, and we had to cut it down in order to be a good defense. So that's what we're doing, just being disciplined more.
Is this defensive performance something you feel like you guys can continue to build on and carry forward through the last couple weeks of the season?
Oh yeah, just being able to do this, and we have to keep it going forward in order to keep winning. So being able to keep a team in the teens is something that's really good defense in my book. So I feel like it gives us confidence in the next couple of games. So it's really good just to build on this.
What have you seen out of that FIU offense at this point on film?
They have pretty good receivers. They have a good quarterback. He can throw the ball real good. They have a couple good receivers, 2 slot guys, good tight ends. So, I mean, we have to come with our A game, so we can't worry about the record. We have to respect them.
Yeah, I mean, do these guys become a dangerous team? I mean, their coaches stepping down at the end of the year, their athletic director stepping down. You figure that these guys are going to kind of rally together?
Yeah. Most definitely, yeah. I think they're a team that's they're gonna play for each other, so they're gonna come out and give all they have. So they're definitely a dangerous team. They don't really have anything to lose, so those are the teams that you really have to watch out for.
I'm going to ask you a little about Deandre Torre. You know, he's kind of coming down to the end of his time here. What's he meant to the team over the years? Just another one of the leaders on this group.
You know, he's meant a lot. Just in the running game, you know, everyone sees it. He's a beast in the running game, in the passing game as well. And even outside of the football, you know, he's a great leader off the field. He's a good friend as well. So just being able to have that person lead on the field and off the field is great for the team and for the younger running backs as well.
What makes him a good leader?
Him being able to talk to people. He's always there for them. He shows people what to do. He uplifts people if they're doing bad and just things like that.
One guy I wanted to ask about is the Trevion Brown. Obviously, he had the big catch at the end of the last game to set up the game-winning field goal. Just what have you seen out of him going against him in practice throughout the year?
I always thought he was a good receiver. I just told him to keep his head up, you know, and his time was coming, and it came. I mean, well, it started last week in Southern Miss. He made two really big catches. So, and then it just carried over to this week, or not this week, but UTEP, and you know, he made the game-winning play. So, he just keep going.
What kind of a special skill set does he have as a wide receiver?
I think he's a good deep threat. He has good speed. He can make really good catches, and I feel like he can really adjust to the ball. Like, if it's in this area, I feel like he's definitely going to bring it down.
I was going to ask you about Tyreek as well. You know, he's been here a long time, and it seems like he's kind of set an example for some of the younger guys.
Yep.
In addition to being a playmaker, what's he contributed to this program over his time?
Really everything. Tyreek, he's a baller. He's versatile. He can be in the run game. He can help in the pass game, and you know he's a really versatile player. So that's one big thing. And then off the field, he's a guy that like to talk a lot. So he talks to everybody. He's a friendly guy. He's a good leader as well. He keeps everyone's head up. He makes sure everyone knows what they're doing. So he's a very good leader.
Does he pass along a lot of knowledge to some of the younger players?
Yeah, he does. No, yeah, he definitely does. He helps in special teams meeting. He helps coach the younger guys on special teams and in the defensive meeting as well. So.
What's he like? You said he's kind of a talker.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's just really friendly. Like, he's friendly with like literally everybody. So, yeah, he's a really friendly guy.
Just executing. The first couple of weeks, we just one person here, one person there, a wrong read, missed a block. But now everyone's doing their job, everyone's doing their assignment. So we've been able to, you know, have 200-300 yards rushing every game now.
Well, it seemed like one of the keys the last few weeks has been cutting down on penalties. This past week, it's been a season low. It was a season low 2 penalties for you guys. Just what's really been the emphasis to get those cut down?
I mean, one of our main things is discipline, and the first couple of weeks we just had no discipline. But now, I mean, we've just stepped it up. Less offsides calls on defense, less holding calls on offense, stuff like that. But we've just become more disciplined over the season. Yeah, for sure. Cole Brown, Nase, Brammer, they've all helped me improve this year. Everyone on the O-line is pretty cool, so it's been a real easy transition to UNT.
Get a lot of support from the community? Some of your old high school.
Yeah, for sure. I'll see old teachers and stuff like that at the game, stuff like that.
Does that make it more special to have that opportunity to play in front of those types of people?
Yeah, it definitely is. Seeing that, when I'm walking down when we get here on a home game and we're walking down, and I just see people that I know, it's pretty awesome.
So what kind of teachers, who all have you seen here in games?
Just mostly teachers because my mom's a teacher, so all her friends are teachers, so they all be pulling up.
They all come to cheer you on.
Mm-hmm.
One guy on offense I wanted to ask you about is Trevion Brown. It seems like he's really stepped into a big role the last couple of weeks. Obviously, he had that big catch late last week. Just what have you seen out of him?
I mean, well, we had wide receivers go down the beginning of the season, and people just had to step up. And D. Brown's definitely stepped up, had that huge catch, got a dub. So, yeah, he's definitely been getting more playing time. People gone down. He stepped up, done what he's supposed to do. And now he gets big catches like that.
How much do you think you've improved over the course of this first year here?
Shoot, I don't know. I mean, probably a lot because fall camp, I ain't gonna lie, fall camp was rough. I wasn't doing too hot in that. I was rotating with Casey at guard. And but now I've just, I guess, taken my stride and been able to lock it down at left guard.
What helped you make that jump, do you think?
I don't know, just focusing in on football more. Just football in school, that's it.
Nothing else, just football in school?
Yep.
I wanted to ask you about blocking for Deandre. He's having a monster year this year, and it's kind of step forward for you guys when you have a lot of injuries. What has he meant to you guys?
It's been awesome. I mean, he can just do whatever. He's small. He can get through little holes. He's fast. It's awesome being able to block for him, honestly.
But just because you know he's going to make a play.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Yeah, and even if someone does mess up, he'll sometimes just break a tackle and take it off.